The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
As you well know, the Raider defense is horrible right now, but that doesn't mean it's time to fire defensive coordinator Paul Guenther. Such a move means you're playing for next year and beyond, not this year. The Raiders have no reason for that, as they are still in the playoff race. As a matter of fact, they're still in the AFC West Division title race. They're only 2 games in back of the Kansas City Chiefs, with 1 win against them. And the good news is that head coach Jon Gruden sounds like he has a plan for everything. And those plans don't include firing Guenther.
We're going to stick together, bond together. We're going to make some changes in the lineup possibly and in the scheme that we use. And we're hoping we change the results that we're getting.
How will he change the pass rush?
Who goes inside, who goes outside, who's on the left side, who's on the right side, what stunts we call, what blitzes we call.
And is he finally going to do things that fit his players?
Perhaps we need to change a few things to fit the strengths of our people. Maybe we can do a better job of that. We're in a laboratory right now trying to find the right mix.
And the right mix definitely includes middle linebacker Nick Kwiatkowski. When he's in the lineup, the Raiders are as tough as they come against the run. When he missed a couple of games with a strained pectoral muscle, it made a big difference in the Raiders' run defense. Opponents averaged 5.9 yards per carry when Kwiatkowski was out. And when Kwiatkowski is in the lineup, they average 3.4 yards per carry. And to go with all that, Kwiatkowski can cover. He's done a good job of covering receivers and running backs. Pro Football Focus has him as the Raiders' best cover linebacker. And when a short pass is caught, he comes up to make the tackle. So there's really no reason for him to leave the field on passing downs. But for some reason they bring Nick Morrow in for him, and he's not very good in coverage. He doesn't come up and make the tackle after the catch either. But he does have an interception. But he was also on the field when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers converted a 3rd and 13 throwing to the check down. Now we're on to fitting the scheme to the personnel. Cornerback David Arnett is going to be back soon. And as you can see, he was a great bump and run corner at Ohio State. As a matter of fact, he was the best bump and run corner in the 2020 draft class. He didn't make it easy for opponents to get off the line of scrimmage. And he was disruptive at the catch point. What was his weakness? Off-man coverage. Not only does he lose his competitive edge, but he doesn't have the route recognition skills to play off man. This should be a touchdown right here, but you know how that goes. Here he's going to get fooled because of his lack of route recognition. It's extremely difficult to catch a ball on him in bump and run coverage, but in off man, not so much. So what does Gunther do? He turns around and puts him in off man coverage, and this is what happens. Not having that route recognition does that to you. The same thing happened to Trayvon Mullen at the beginning of the season last year. He got blazing off man coverage. Then later on in the season, they put him in bump and run coverage more, and he excelled. And not much has changed this year. It's hard to catch anything on him when he's up close. Those long arms make him disruptive at the line of scrimmage and at the catch point. But like Arnett, off-man coverage does nothing for him. This is easy work for the receiver right here. Now he's back in bump and run, and it's much more difficult. That flag was picked up. Here comes that off man again, and oh, that lack of route recognition cost him. But the pass was incomplete. Now here's something I'm wondering about. They put Mullen on tight end Travis Kelce, who split out wide, and he does a good job. Then in the next game, the Buccaneers split Rob Gronkowski out wide, and they put Nevin Lawson on him. Does someone want to tell me why? The Raiders are obviously welcoming back safety Jonathan Abram. And Jeff Heath looks like a good piece to go with him at the opposite safety. Cause Eric Harris just ain't getting it. Single high safeties trying to jump short routes will always get you. It doesn't help when they actually play the back end and still don't make the play or make the tackle. No safety in the NFL should consistently take the wrong angle and still be in the starting lineup. I fully understand that Arnett got beat here, but what are safeties for? And this is straight up the wrong situation to put him in. Heath can at least play the back end, so he should be in the starting lineup. Another guy that should be in the starting lineup is defensive tackle Maurice Hurst. I don't think he's gotten a fair shake since he became a Raider in 2018. It seemed like the more plays he made, the less he played. He would get sacks, seal games with sacks, and force interceptions. And he shows up in divisional games. I sure wish he could have played against the Chiefs in week 5. But he'll get a chance to do his damage in week 12. Again, when he's on the field, he'll get his sacks. And he'll force his interceptions. He'll be disruptive however he can. Hurst is the only guy to hit quarterback Tom Brady last week, so you gotta get him on the field. After the failed experiment at defensive tackle last year, Ferrell came down the stretch pretty well at defensive end. Three and a half of his 4.5 sacks last year came from weeks 10 through 17. And knowing his team would need more from him in 2020, he vowed to come back a different player. And when he showed up to training camp, it looked like he had done that. He looked bigger, stronger, and faster. And week 5 is the first time the Raiders left Ferrell at defensive end on pass rushing downs. And he was disruptive, just unable to hold on for this sack. Then Patrick Mahomes just pushes forward for a yard to avoid this one. Then here he's going to pressure Mahomes into a sack by Max Crosby. Ferrell was extremely disruptive, chasing Mahomes all around the yard that day. He even forced Mahomes to throw an interception. This is one of those games you can say Ferrell looked like a 2019 number 4 overall pick. And it happened with them mostly rushing the passer from the edge. The Buccaneers were so concerned about him in his next game, they put an extra offensive lineman on the field just to double team him. Kwiatkowski is solid against the run and pass, so the Raiders should never take him off the field. And the Raiders can't welcome Abram back enough. It will be fun to watch the emerging tone setter and playmaker improve. And how about putting Heath at free safety to watch the back end while Abram does it all? The Raiders gotta help their corners out and put them mostly in bump and run coverage. And please, please, please start Maurice Hurst. He deserves it. And Cleveland Ferrell should play most of his snaps at defensive end against Cleveland and beyond. Thank you for watching. See you next time.